Hello, welcome to the Snap UK, where the recent run of low numbers has continued, where Paul is ill, Jim is ill, Gary is a dad, so it's just me and Griff. But this is how the podcast started.
You described it as the original recipe.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, exactly. You described it as finger licking good, which I also enjoyed. So we're here at Chateau Griff. Apologies if you do hear a yelp because your partner's watching Liverpool and it turns out they're shit.
They defend like the Bengals. It's basically the problem. So
exactly that. So
it could get loud in the background.
Yeah, and if we stop suddenly, it's because we've keeled over laughing. But yeah,
you shouldn't judge others' misery.
No,
especially not you. You're a Giants fan.
We'll get into that. But yeah, week 8's in the books. It was not the most competitive of weeks, but still some good stuff.
Blowouts ahoy! But we have some stuff to celebrate.
Exactly. So let's get into it. Let's start. Okay, so. Normally we do the Engage 8. We still might.
I mean, we'll just work
will.
around. It's just you and me.
It's just us
around.
Two. Yeah.
There's only one competitive game to discuss.
Yes.
And it involves formerly the worst team in football alongside possibly the worst run team in football.
Yes.
And it was epic.
Oh, it was amazing.
Epic.
It was great fun.
A 23-point fourth quarter comeback by the Jets, of all people. The New York Jets. Beating the Bengals 39-38. They have the best old kicker in football right now in Nick Folk.
Yeah. He's been their only...
He's automatic
player the whole time. Brees Young is alive. Not Brees Young. Brees Hall. Bloody hell.
Brees Hall is alive.
Brees Hall is alive. And two touchdowns and a passing touchdown
to win the game.
Yep, because you trust Brees Hall more than your quarterback.
Hey,
he was fine.
We'll get to him as well.
Made Woody Johnson eat his words after he quit. You know, the owner criticised Justin Fields in the week. But yeah, like
let's go for the eyeball test here. There's some really. It sounds like a ridiculous game. You've got the now 1-7 Jets and the 3-5 Bengals.
I think so, yeah.
So, on the face of it, not something we should be excited about.
No.
However,
it shouldn't be leading the show. No, legitimately.
But it is, because it was the only really tight game of the week, and it had some of my favourite things, which is running backs throwing the ball.
Yep.
Joe Flacco. And the Bengals' defense being horrendous.
It's a one-man team, isn't it? That defense. As soon as Hendrickson was gone,
no pressure on Justin.
They just couldn't get near Justin Fields at all.
So let's start at the beginning with this. Justin Fields wasn't supposed to play this week.
No,
but Tyrod Taylor, correct pronunciation,
yep,
out with a knee injury. So you go back to the man you handed $40 million to before the start of the season, and Justin Fields wasn't awful.
No.
And when Justin Fields isn't awful and the team around him decides to turn up, he's a good enough quarterback to get some wins.
Yeah.
Now, no one's saying Justin Fields is ever going to be a star. I've always liked Justin Fields. I think he's been on some shonkily run teams. And don't forget, last season, before Russell Wilson turned up and decided he was going to play for the Steelers,
yeah,
he was one of the best quarterbacks in the league. They were winning.
Yeah.
And he was doing more than enough.
Yeah, he was doing fine. And yeah, no, it's not. It is his fault for signing, but the Jets is just a place where quarterbacks go to die.
Well, it certainly appears that way, but he may have done enough, at least for now, to cement his place. I don't think there should be too much discussion. Yeah, he had the horrendous 2-week run, including when they were here. What did they end up with, 45 yards of offense? He was minus 10 passing yards or something.
It was something appalling.
I understand that there are certainly reasons to be a detractor of Justin Fields. However, there are also reasons, if you're a Jets fan, to see the upside. He can scramble.
Yeah.
The first 2 weeks of the season, he was among the best quarterbacks by QBR in the league. So it's not all dreadful. Obviously, the record is bad. You know, what are you now? 1-6. Sorry, yeah, 1-6. But I still think they have a gem of a quarterback that is a lot better potentially than what they've had in the last few years. You had crooked Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Zach Wilson, baby.
Who isn't a quarterback. Sam Darnold, who wasn't ready. Josh McCown before that. Like, Fitzmagic.
Fitzmagic's the last.
Fitzmagic's the last one where you go to, oh, yeah, he was definitely better than Justin Fields.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and that was a one-season deal.
Yeah. After that, it was appalling. So, yeah, it's...
He hasn't thrown an interception yet this season.
Justin Fields?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's because he's either throwing it over the head of someone or getting sacked. But it was fun. But I still also believe that the Bengals threw it away as a game.
Of course they did.
And
of course they did.
Yeah,
your 57-year-old quarterback threw you into the lead. You were 23 points up, like I say, and your defense can't get off the field.
Yeah.
There isn't no circumstances by which any team should score 38 points and lose a game. Yeah. Like, what more do you want Flacco to do? It's the best thing that any team has done is to trade for him this season to give themselves a chance. And he has absolutely fulfilled his end of the bargain.
Yeah.
And the defense is just terrible. Fire the coordinator. Zach Taylor should be in trouble for just allowing this to rumble on. Like, it's not enough to say, oh, I got to the Super Bowl. I think we've now reached that point where that's not okay, because you can no longer say they're only bad because there's no Burrow. If Burrow had played this game, are you telling me they'd have put up more than 38 points? I don't think you can tell me they'd have done any better.
They might have been They might have been a bit more clutch at the end, where
maybe.
But I mean, Flacco still got the ball to Jamar Chase like 12 times.
Yeah.
Just under 100 yards. Like, he was feeding his...
Yeah.
Feeding
Chase has had 28 receptions in the last 2 games.
Yeah.
From Flacco. What more do you want from this man? They opened the passing game up so much that it opened the running game up, which has been a struggle for the Bengals. Samaji Perine's still alive, 94 yards and a touchdown. He was averaging 10 yards a carry.
Yeah. One of my favourite plays of the week, and it's not my sweetest play, but Chase Brown, the running back.
Yeah.
They went to do the flea flicker.
Yeah.
And he realised that it was basically Flacco was about to be crushed. And really smart, just turned around and run. And it was
sensible football.
Sensible. Like, oh my God, this is so not Bengals. And of course, it petered out. But like as well, the Jets do have a good defense behind all the chaos, even though they conceded 38 points.
This is the thing, that they have bits and pieces. They have Breece Hall, who is low-key one of the best running backs in football, but they've just not had the opportunity to show it this year. 133 yards on 18 attempts, two rushing touchdowns, like we say, and the passing touchdown.
And Davis as well was a great complimentary piece. I think they got like 250 yards between like Davis, Hall, and Fields, which is great. Like, you shouldn't lose with those figures. And
no. And this is the thing. It's, can they build momentum from this? Who knows?
Who knows? In fact, let's be safe. No, but it was nice to see them get the win as well with what happened. What emerged earlier in the day, and the news.
The passing of Nick Mangold. Yeah, that's rough at 41 to die of chronic kidney failure. That's rough. So hopefully this has put a smile on the few people's faces. I see Sexy Rexy was being interviewed about it, and he was struggling, and I think that's fair. Like, Mangold really represented the last time the Jets were a dominant team.
Yeah,
and him and DeBrickashaw Ferguson were key cornerstones to that. there were 2 or 3 other really good players as well. Revis was there. Marc Sanchez, you can hold up as, he was there. But Mangold at his position was brilliant.
Always amazing.
And that's the thing. So, do you want to tell me, though, before we move on from this, the last time a quarterback threw a touchdown to take the lead in the fourth quarter of a game that the team won? Any thoughts when that might have been?
A quarterback.
The first
non-quarterback,
running back to throw a go-ahead touchdown in the final 2 minutes of a game.
Final 2 minutes of a game.
Yeah, to take the lead.
No, I can't think of.
It was 2000.
Okay,
and it was another Jets running back. It was Curtis Martin.
Oh wow!
So there were some odd things here. Also, the first time the Jets have topped 500 offensive yards in a game since 2001. Which was against the Bengals.
Of course it was.
I love it. Absolutely love it when you get stuff like that. But
talking about momentum, they're on bye this week, and then it's the Browns.
I mean, legit
could win that.
I will right now take the Jets over the Browns.
I won't, but we'll
get to the Browns in a minute because I interesting on them as well. I'm basically trying to go on eye test now. We're sort of, this is week 8. We're halfway, give or take, and I think at this point you don't just have to look at the paper. You look at what have I seen.
We've got enough evidence to say, are their records legit or sort of false? And unfortunately for the Jets, it's quite legit. They are a bad team, but the Bengals.
They're also a bad team.
They're a bad team.
They've got 3 or 4 stars. Both these teams have got 3 or 4 stars and nothing else.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about Zach Taylor. Like I say, I don't think you can live any more off the I got to the Super Bowl. Same with Aaron Glenn. Yes, you've got this one win. Yes, you might win 2 or 3 more. Jared Mayo did the same thing to the Patriots. He wasn't the right guy. It's the same thing. Jared Mayo, Aaron Glenn, it's the same thing. Yeah. If it's not working, pull the trigger.
They're both heroes in that building, aren't they? So,
but you can only live on that for so long. We mentioned the Browns there. Let's move to the Browns, right? So Myles Garrett sets a Browns franchise record with 5 sacks on Drake May. So Browns against Patriots, and yet he becomes the first player to get 5 sacks in a game and have his team lose by more than 3 points. They lost by 17.
It was so
bad.
At
At the end of the game, Myles Garrett thrown down his helmet and was sat alone at the end of the benches as the dust settled. And people are like, oh man, this guy's getting wasted. This is terrible. No, fuck that. Yeah. He took the money.
He's taking the money.
He took the money. He knew there was nothing good coming from that. Yeah. Myles Garrett, you did this to yourself. Yeah. Go and be a great defensive player. That's fantastic. But you're not going to win nothing.
No.
You're going to struggle.
As soon as he put that trade request in, I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Go
West.
Or just go anywhere. Just go get yourself a ring, mate. Or playoff, but just go win some playoff games. But as soon as he took that money, for one, I'm sorry, there's no excuse. They are an appalling team right now. Judkins is injured, so they've got no running attack, really. Gabriel is a young quarterback, but actually I don't think he's bad. I don't think he's bad.
There's a lot of Browns fans saying, no, bench him, we want to see Shador. Right, firstly, you don't. No. You don't want that.
No.
It's a clown show waiting to happen. Gabriel's got 5 touchdowns, 2 picks in 4 starts. Yeah, okay, it's not a cannon for an arm, but it's sensible, competent quarterback play. No, it's not going to drag you to a load of wins, but it's not going to embarrass you either, and he isn't embarrassing.
No.
I think he got done for intentional grounding, which gave us a safety as well. But he's a young rookie quarterback. I don't think there's anything better. I have no reason to believe Shador Sanders comes in and is anything other than terrible.
Let's not forget. It's the natural fan reaction, isn't it? It's this, we're not winning, and the easiest thing to change is change the quarterback. And you look at Dart, and that's re-energized a team. I just don't see it happening in Cleveland. You've already changed the quarterback once, you know. And, yeah, no, Shador isn't going to make you suddenly exciting because who's he throwing to?
Harold Fannin.
That is it.
David Njoku. That's it.
That's
like
it.
the tight ends. Jerry Jeudy, terrible. Just not that good. Not a difference maker. Not a difference maker.
Now Jameis isn't in the building. He's absolutely inconsequential.
Yeah, he is.
And yeah, but
Jeudy had 0 receptions for 0 yards.
I mean, that's not a surprise.
No. Although I was amused by the guy Thrash.
Yes,
it's a good
Jay
name.
Thrash.
Jay Thrash. Your favourite nickname.
Exactly.
Look, they've got bits and pieces, but it's a bad team. The last thing this team needs to worry about right now is the quarterback.
Yeah.
You've had the Deshaun Watson years. I even heard somebody on a podcast, and I cannot remember which one, saying, well, maybe they should bring Watson back for the last few games and see if they can drum up some interest in getting him traded away. No, don't do that. Stick with the boring, sort of competent, likeable rookie. Get your franchise back in a stable position. You're still going to get a high draft pick. You can still pick up someone that isn't in the 57th round.
I think they got the Jags draft pick as well.
Yeah.
Isn't it the Jags they traded with? So, you know, and after watching them the last few weeks,
it's going to be decent.
That might be a decent pick as well.
Don't be, you know, they got 2 wins this season, the Browns?
I
think it's 2 wins.
I think it is. Two. They are 2-6.
So at best, you're probably going to win 4 games. But become a likable franchise.
Yeah.
Stop being the arseholes of the NFL.
Yeah.
Let the Raiders do that. They do it so well.
Yeah.
Just become a likable, competent franchise. Give this guy the season. If he's no good, fine.
Yeah.
Fine. He'll be a backup for years. That's okay.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen anything to think he's a disaster. He just has a bit of a weak arm. And I'm not sure Stefanski... I think Stefanski in the past has had a lot of people let things go because of the Watson situation and the fact it's the Browns. And maybe he's not actually capable of making that much of a difference in the end. Like, maybe the injection of adrenaline from Stefanski has gone.
I think I like Stefanski because he did make this clown show of a franchise for a brief period likable and good, and that's quite hard to do, to be both. And then the owner and GM have completely kiboshed that. He's won 2 Coach of the Years in this time, and
doing next to fuck all.
Doing just by being sort of
not getting sacked from the Browns.
Yeah, I think they need a change. They do need a change, but it's not just him. They need to change
ownership.
It's
the same as the Jets.
Yeah,
same problem as the Jets have got.
It's rotten.
Woody Johnson is terrible. You can't blame everything on the quarterback. You can't blame everything on the coach. Ownership generally in the NFL needs to take more responsibility. But given the confines of the games and what we watch, I don't think Gabriel is the problem. I really don't. Now, the Patriots, on the other hand, they have their quarterback of the next, however long he stays fit for. That's the only thing, is he does take off and rush, and at some point he's going to get clobbered. But 18 of 24, nearly 300 yards, 75% completion as well. That's the thing. Drake May is on the outside of the running for MVP this season.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think anybody thought he'd be quite this good this soon.
At the end of last season, I thought that there is a real player there. Like, he's just started this season so consistently. It isn't the most exciting. It's not like watching young Mahomes and Rodgers, but he's not got the same level of talent with him. He's got Keyshawn Booty and Stephon Diggs. I thought would be one of the worst signings of the off-season. And actually, he's doing exactly what Stephon Diggs should do, which is give his young quarterback an easy out ball, and it's brilliant. Keyshawn Booty's looking like a valuable fantasy sort of wide receiver because he doesn't score a lot, but when he does, it's generally a touchdown. Like he's a red zone threat. Big fan.
Last two quarterbacks in the NFL with 5 consecutive games with a minimum of 2 passing touchdowns, 250 yards, and 100 or more quarterback rating.
God, it's going to be someone like Breeze or something.
Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
And Tom Brady.
Fucking hell.
And Drake May.
And Drake May.
Like, what more do you want him to do? The team isn't... I think that the schedule certainly paints them in a favourable light. So let's not pretend that they are all that.
No.
Because the schedule has been fairly kind and it continues to be fairly kind. But the one massive test they had was the Bills and they beat them.
Yeah.
You know, it was only 3 points, but they didn't look overmatched at any point.
Even the games they've lost have been silly games.
The fumble game
against
the Steelers
and the Raiders, wasn't it?
Week 1 against the Raiders?
Week 1.
Yeah. So... And they even got Travion Henderson involved the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So it's coming together. It's exciting football. Like, it looks good. But it's just the strength of schedule that makes me take pause slightly.
But that's fine. Like, you can only play you against.
Yeah. The on-field product is brilliant.
Yeah. And they are doing what they need to.
They give up one big play every week on defense. One big play.
And they are quite busy in this period with trades. I think Kyle Duggar went, and then they've got rid of another, maybe a secondary for some draft picks. They are inconsequential names. I think Kyle Duggar's
Keon White traded away today.
So, like, fine. But you have signed Marcus Jones.
Marcus Jones to an extension. Who's been really good. Yeah, excellent.
So, yeah, I do think, annoyingly as it is, I think the Patriots are once again the sensible people in the room, and
they've certainly done a reasonable job of turning around a fiasco quite quickly. And this is what teams like the Jets and the Browns need to do.
Yeah,
don't be tied to your fiasco.
You also brought in a legend in the
Gerard
in the
Mayer,
and just turned it immediately. Went, now this is wrong. I brought in another one. But
the one we could have brought in,
the one who was who was just fired too late for you to do it the first time, really. But yeah, just sometimes there's so much galaxy brain thinking by the owners of like, well, we want just bring in the fucking good coach, please.
Yeah.
And yes, he wants a lot of control. But look what he did with the fucking Titans. Like,
look at what the Titans have done without him. That's
exactly.
The key thing. That's the key thing. They've won like 5 games since he left.
It's been appalling.
It's dreadful.
Yeah.
That is great. Let's move to the Titans, right?
Yes.
Because they suck.
Yeah, really bad. But they are playing the best team in football right now.
Yeah, so they lost 14-38 to the Colts in a division game. What did we learn from this beyond Jonathan Taylor really is the best running back in football?
I mean, well, next week we'll do our mid-season MVP because everyone will have played at least half their games. And quite frankly, I don't want to cloud anyone's judgment, but if it's not Jonathan Taylor, then
12 attempts.
Yeah.
12.5 yards a carry, 2 touchdowns, 153 total yards. He has, 15 touchdowns this season? He has multiple games with 3 or more touchdowns because I think he had 1 receiving as well, didn't he, in this game? So
yeah, caught 1. So 2 rushing.
Like, he is the best running back right now for me in the league.
Yeah.
I don't know why people are always so...
He's been up and down in his career.
Yeah, sure.
But in the last 2 years, he's been absolutely electric.
Yeah.
None of us saw this coming from the Colts.
No. Next best rusher on the team, just for reference, was Amir Abdullah, 2 attempts for 5 yards. So, but he's still alive. I like to celebrate the fact Amir Abdullah is still alive.
Yep.
But Daniel Jones was incredible again, completing 72% of his passes at the best part of 10 yards a pass for three touchdowns, to the point where they brought in Riley Leonard before the end, who I thought was a make-believe character from Coronation Street.
Yeah, he's
so they couldn't be doing more. The Colts, they could not be doing more.
No.
Shane Steichen, everything it's just humming.
It's just brilliant.
And again, you can look and say, okay, who have they played? Who's been any good? But they've had some really good performances, and I think they're legitimately a Super Bowl contender.
They are playing bad teams because, for one, their division is full of
terrible. Yeah,
but it's not like they're beating these teams by 3. They're dicking them.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about.
They are absolutely dicking everybody in their way, and
the best Patriots teams had the terrible Bills, terrible Jets, and terrible Dolphins every year. They used to win 6 games, and they'd be winning them by like 14, 21, 28 points.
Exactly.
That's what you got to do. Just wipe the floor with those terrible teams that don't deserve to be in the same ring with you.
Yeah, and
on the other side of the field, though,
yes,
we need to talk about whether Cam Ward is a victim of circumstance or just generally not as good as we think, because currently he is level or slightly behind rookie season Will Levis in terms of rating, touchdowns. Like, don't forget how quick the Titans were to move on from Will Levis. And I'm not suggesting he was any good, by the way.
No.
But how much worse is this team that you're allowing Cam Ward to look this bad? Is the team genuinely this much worse? Or is he part of the problem? Like, I think he has some incredible arm talent.
Yeah.
And every week I come on and say, he had one great play. But there is some tendency to hold on to the ball forever, some tendency to just not read half the field. And I'm not sure. It's so murky there now. I don't know how you tell what is what, which means you're tied to him for next year. And if he isn't very good, you're in the same position you were with Levis, where you've kind of got stuck in a halfway house. I don't immediately think that the arrow points up just because they've moved on from the coach.
No.
Next year could just be more of the same.
Once again, it's just the whole thing is rotten. I don't know. The next head coach has to come in and basically has to be a culture setter and almost be given like 3 years, like a less embarrassing style Gannon who can come in and it's like, well, that's fine. You've got 3 years to get this sorted because we are a clown show. And you like who's he got? Like at least for a while, Levis had DeAndre Hopkins, and at the very least he could just chuck it 60 yards to Westbrook Akine. He had Tyler Lockett. That he's gone. He's decided he'd rather be at the Raiders. That's how bad he is. It's got for him. Chigokwonkwo, I think, is only plus, and DK, the wide receiver. Like, there's nothing for the bloke, and the defensive line continues to be amongst the worst in football. But yeah, the jury on Cam Ward is at the moment. I just can't tell because
Ward has 5 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and a completion percentage of 57.6 over the first 8 games of his career. Will Levis had 8 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and a completion percentage of 58. So they're comparable, but Levis has the slight advantage because he'd won 3 games in that time. Again, Will Levis, no good.
No.
Cam Ward, undecided, but don't just assume because you're moving on from the coach that this is going to turn it around. Because I'm not sold. No. I'm really not sold.
Do you know what I think with Cam Ward is in year 6 when he's playing for someone good, we'll suddenly go, oh yeah, no, there was
when he's back up on the Chiefs and he's getting a job somewhere else. Yeah.
Or he's had a year backing up at an O'Connell or a McVay team, and suddenly he comes back and you're like, oh, this guy's Darnold, because he's got the arm talent.
The talent is there, but just don't be pinning all your hopes on it. It may not turn out the way you thought.
No, it's so.
Do you remember original Jets Geno Smith?
Yeah.
The first season he was there, they went 8-8.
Yeah.
And Geno, it was the Geno coaster. That was what it was christened.
Exactly, yeah.
Some weeks he was brilliant. They were bombs, and other weeks he was dreadful. He just eat sacks.
Yeah.
It looks like that, but with even worse results.
Yes.
And that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
No. But unfortunately, the Titans have to play the Colts again.
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor, that was his third consecutive games with three touchdowns against the Titans, which is the first time that's ever happened to a team.
Wow.
So
they suck so bad.
They were so bad. But yeah, where should we go? Can we talk about one of my favourite teams and a bit of quarterback controversy now?
Are you talking about the Saints?
I am. So I'm talking about my favourite team's the Bucks.
Yeah.
I like watching the Bucks, and
this was an easy blowout victory. The 23-3.
23-3. Offensively, the Bucks weren't great, but defensively, Todd Bowles just knows how to organise a team that can constrict.
Good word.
And
Good word. Look at you bringing out the big words.
They strangle teams when they really want to.
Baker's had his worst 2 games of the season the last 2 weeks, but don't forget he's missing everybody.
Evans, Godwin, his offensive line,
Irvin.
Yeah,
like they're all missing.
Tristan Wirfs had a bad game this week.
And the other thing is, this is prototypical of Baker's career, which is he has 6 or 7, like he has a hot streak, and then he disappears for 2 games or 3 games. Don't panic. He's still a really solid, excellent player, but the pieces are being removed around him. They're going to have to lean on the defense.
Yeah, and in that game, Anthony Nelson intercepts Spencer Rattler quite early on.
Because he was running at his face.
Well, it was the most mad. So the Bucks tried to run it in from the 1 yard line 4 times, fail.
Yeah.
So turnover on downs. Rattler gets the ball and chucks it to Anthony Nelson.
8 yards out or whatever. Yeah, it wasn't great.
It was. He had I admit I didn't know Anthony Nelson really is. He's for this game, but yeah, he was brilliant. He also had a forced fumble, and I think he recovered. He'd had the fumble that Winfield recovered.
Yes.
For what should have been a touchdown because there was no whistle.
No, there wasn't. And it was way late.
There was a lot of this weekend. I don't want to
bad officiating.
I don't want to go on about the officials because
you do.
But it was appalling. This was bad. But anyway, Bucks defense being good, and the offense will recover when the players are fitter. So, Kellen Moore took out Spencer Rattler.
So, just hold that thought. Spencer Rattler, 1,500 yards, 68% completion percentage, 8 touchdowns, 5 interceptions this season. There's been 1 or 2 fumbles as well. He's lost only 1 of 4 fumbles, right? Yeah. So that is not bad.
No.
Right? The record is bad. 1-7. It's bad.
Yeah.
The team is bad.
Really bad.
Alvin Kamara's gone from averaging 90 yards or 80 yards a game, whatever it is total, to like 40.
Yeah.
Like, he's dropped off a cliff.
The defensive line is bad.
Yeah, again, down to what is around him. But it's bad. But Rattler is not the poster boy for the problems they have.
No.
A little bit like we were saying earlier with Dylan Gabriel. Like, he is someone you could build a team around, and he's cheap.
Yeah.
Right? So, not to interrupt you, you were going to say they have pulled him at halftime.
They pulled him, put in Tyler Shuck. And it did little to improve. They
17 of 30, 128 yards, completion of 56. Now, Rattler in this game was completing at 71%.
Yeah.
A much better average, 6.4 compared to 4.2.
And if this was later in the year, I'd be like, that's fine. It was a game They weren't like they weren't in this game at all. Like it just wasn't working either way. Admittedly, it was Chase Young's best game for a while. He was brilliant against Worths, but he just had that in his locker. But I felt bad for Rattler.
So I don't mind him getting pulled. He wasn't having a great game. They weren't generating anything. This is the other thing is, so you bring in Tyler Shuck, he basically has a worse game, effectively. He throws one interception the same. He takes 2 sacks. I think Rattler took 3. But like I say, the average yards per attempt were way down. Now, debut game, sure. What I don't think is good for the team is Kellen Moore has now taken the view that this is the direction we're going in the season. It's Tyler Shuck. We've got half the season to go.
It's too early.
And you're basically telling the rest of the team, fuck it.
Yeah.
We're going to...
Giving up, mate.
We're testing it. Now, I don't see how ahead of the trade deadline you're doing anything other than surrendering the season. Alvin Kamara is saying he's not going, but are you losing Olave or...
apparently they've said we don't want to lose Olave or Shaheed. You're like, well, great. I'd love to hear if Olave and Shaheed agree with you there, because I'd be wanting out.
Brandon Cooks is another one. He could take the record.
Both trades.
5 trades.
I'd love to see it because
I'd have him back.
Yeah,
great, sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you know what I do think should have him is the Bills. We'll get to them, but they need some wide receivers.
They do.
But like there's going to be players getting moved on. You're punting on the season.
Yeah.
And Rattler was showing promise, and you were getting a chance for it to all build up, and the team was still playing. They weren't great, but they were playing.
They were feisty.
This is a punt.
This is and I can understand it in week 14. You go, actually,
we need to give the rookie free games.
Let's see what we got here.
Yeah.
Because he's a second round pick.
Yeah.
Give him a go. But I do feel for Rattler that he's lost his job based on and it is a punt that I think he'll be back in 2 or 3 weeks.
I agree. Shuck to me looked absolutely way off the pace. And this is the thing. I think he'll be back in because Shuck's going to get crushed behind that O-line. And I'm slightly concerned he's going to become an interception machine.
Yeah.
Like if you told me next week he's going to throw 4 picks, I wouldn't be like bouncing that away.
No.
It's something about the way he played. He looked. You know, he reminded me of Mike Glennon. You don't want to be reminding me of Mike Glennon.
No, he's as athletic as Mike Glennon, and that is not a thing you want to hear. I don't know who they got this week. Oh, it's the Rams. Fucking hell. So
Rattler might be in by half time.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's strange to feel harsh for a guy who's won 1 game, but I think it's a really harsh benching.
In 14 starts across the 2 seasons, Rattler's been sacked 40 times as well.
Yeah.
Just bear that in mind. Like, I just think it's another team making a poor choice.
I've got a chart of the pressure rates and thing, and it's one of those scattergrams. The further top right you are, the better the offensive line. The more left you are, the worse.
Yeah.
The top, the guys with the worst time to pressures are both on the Saints. they're at 2 seconds to a pressure, and like he's only a little kid, Rattler. Like he's not like
Uncle John.
It's not like when you're watching like Josh Allen bounce off people. He is not a physical specimen.
No.
Would you like to guess who the best offensive lineman in the league is?
The best lineman?
Yeah. You don't have to think very hard.
Do I not?
No.
Well, no, I wouldn't know who it's going to be.
Lane Johnson.
Is it still him?
Lane Johnson. He gave second, Mylata.
Yeah.
So
it shows you. So what's their pressure time? Like 3.5, 4 seconds?
Mylata's 3.5 for Lane Johnson, 4. It's half a second to the next person.
Wow.
His pressure rate is just so low. It's incredible. Do you know who's in the top 5?
No.
Will Campbell.
So he had a rough game against Miles.
He did have a bad game.
He had a rough game this week, but that's the first game where you've really heard him mentioned, which tells you the rest of the time he's been all right.
He's been fine.
He got worked by Myles Garrett. That is some lesson.
3.3 seconds, the same as Andrew Thomas.
You take that, wouldn't you?
So ahead of Dion Dawkins. So like that, he's in good company there.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've spent too long talking about the shitty Saints, but
it's worth noting some of these shit teams, they deserve some airtime.
Well, should we stay in the division and stick with shit teams? Because the Falcons shat the bed.
Oh man, they shat the bed. They were favourites by like nearly 8 points.
Yeah.
They did not.
Kirk came back.
Yeah, he did.
And he killed any trade buzz with that performance. The Dolphins looked fun again. 4 touchdowns from Tua. They look like they could run the ball, which they haven't been able to do for 18 months now.
I strongly suspect they took advantage of a very poor Falcons team.
Yes.
I think the Falcons have been irregularly playing way above their station, and we've all got on board with, okay, this revolution's good. Bijan Robinson, we all like. Michael Penis Jr., we like. Drake London, Kyle Pitts, we want to see come good.
Yeah. Their top sack leader, Zach Harrison, injured.
Yeah. Drake London was injured.
Yeah. And
Penis.
Yeah.
There was a penis injury.
They were at their penis, and the Dolphins were able to hold Bijan to 25 yards.
Yeah. The whole thing didn't work. And I'm looking at the coaching here and saying, this is not so pretty. Like, what's this, Raheem Morris's third season?
This is his third season, I think.
It's not pretty. And
second, oh God.
The point is, it doesn't look like the cohesive unit that you'd expect. He's not a first-year team coach. It just didn't look right. Kirk Cousins comes in, passes for 173 yards, completes at 67, but there was absolutely no downfield threat whatsoever. Now, I know Drake London's not there, but come on. Like, he's got to do better than that to keep himself in relevancy.
Second season, but it's his third season because he was interim in 2020.
Okay, fine.
But they in his first season 8 and 9. Currently, they're 3 and 4.
Yeah,
and we were all quite we think there's some promise here this season, and no, it's
it felt like it got extinguished. Now it's not too late to turn it round. You get Penis back. Bijan's going to have probably no worse game than this all season.
Yeah,
like it's not all doom and gloom. But where I was going with is don't be up on the Dolphins.
No,
they just got the advantage over a team that is so wildly inconsistent. They make the Cardinals look good, and I don't think it's sustainable for the Dolphins. Like, this was Tua's best game of the season, completed at 76%, 4 touchdowns, like you say. He only took 1 sack. They just couldn't get to him.
Yeah,
like there was no pressure. They even played Zach Wilson for a snap in this game.
Yeah, the Atlanta defense is consistently mind-bogglingly bad, and it's I don't know what to do. Like,
ignore them.
That's the thing. Let's move on.
Jalen Waddle, 5 receptions for 99 yards and a touchdown. Achan, 18 attempts for 67 yards. Ollie Gordon, I think, looks like a really good running back. 10 attempts, 4.6 an attempt. I like him. I think Achan and Gordon, I think that's a really good thing. And I hope the Dolphins can be a bit more competitive, because there are some players that I like on that team. I like Tua. I don't hate Tua. I think Tua should be a good player.
I like Tua.
It's whether or not they can build a head of steam from this, or it is literally just taking advantage of a team that shat the bed.
Yeah.
I suspect it's option B. They're 2-6. Like, no one, even when we said, they're not going to be great this season.
Yeah. I didn't expect them to be this bad.
No. You expect them to be 4 wins up at this point. So
yeah, I'd expect them to be around about 500, and they're just nowhere near. So, shall we mention the Broncos?
Yeah. You want to go? You want to go Broncos 44, Cowboys 24.
Yeah.
So a bit like how the Bengals defense is letting the offense down. The Cowboys offense, and this wasn't their greatest outing, but the Cowboys offense is really good.
Yep.
And the Cowboys defense is bed-shattingly terrible. And the Broncos just took advantage of that because Bo Nix is coming back into being the player he is. He's had a bit of a rough start, but
if you wanted the perfect opponent for Bo Nix, the Cowboys was it. They couldn't get any pressure on him. And that is when he's good. If you can get pressure on him, Bo Nix is completely average.
They put up like 400 yards on the Cowboys. Nix had 247 on his own, 4 touchdowns as well. The Cowboys' defense is going to stop this team making progress. The Cowboys may well get to the postseason still.
Oh, yeah, they probably will because...
What are they, 3-4-1?
Yeah.
So they might do, but they're not going to... They've got no chance of doing anything. Dak had 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. Like, he wasn't great. This was his worst game.
Yeah.
But he is trying to make up so much ground.
Yeah.
All of the time. Like, Javonte Williams couldn't carry the team like he has done. He only had 41 yards in this game. But they're trying to make up ground all the time. It's the same story. Schottenheimer's done fine, but they've got no defence. Like, Liverpool-esque, no defence.
Bad. And, admittedly, the best bit about the Broncos is their defence, even without Satan, who left the game, he went down early and then didn't really, basically was injured and came out. And they didn't look, they didn't look flustered at all. It was brilliant to watch. Like Pat Bryant, like rookie, picking off Dak, great. The defense will mean this Broncos team will be relevant right to the end.
I don't think just relevant. I think they might push the Chiefs all the way in that division.
That division is possibly the most exciting in football.
And the Raiders. It's so fucking predictable.
But
absolutely so fucking predictable.
And I think the North will probably take that thing. But it's just nice that we're into week 9 this coming week, and the Chiefs haven't already won the division. Like, it's so rare.
Do you want to talk about them?
Yeah.
They played Monday Night Football.
Yep.
And following the theme of the week, it was another absolute arse whooping.
Yeah.
The Commanders have now lost 3 on the bounce.
Yep.
I know Daniels is more talented than Mariota, but I don't think it makes any difference in this game. I think the Chiefs could probably have gone up another 2 years.
Yeah.
Kelsey finally caught a touchdown this season. They still haven't had a 100-yard receiver this year yet, though. Kelsey ended with 99 yards, I think. They haven't had a 100-yard receiver. But Pacheco is slowly grinding through the gears. The run game will continue to get better because they're opening up the receiving game.
It helps.
Mahomes is just starting to shred teams.
Yeah.
And everyone should be very concerned because this is what we have seen every fucking year.
Yeah.
This is like when the Patriots used to crawl through the first month of the year and then slowly just take bites out of teams. And it's happening again, and they'll be getting to the AFC Championship game again for the 74th season in a row. You can feel it coming.
Oh,
Tell me right now,
it's inevitable.
Who's definitely better in the AFC? Who's definitely better?
Definitely better.
Definitely better. No one.
No one.
Isn't that frightening?
Yeah. Like there's good teams, and but they all have glaring weaknesses, and more so than like the Chiefs' receiving core and running game isn't that exciting.
No,
but the receiving core is better than the Bills. Running game at the Bills is better, but the Chiefs' defense is better.
Yep.
The Ravens can't crash at the moment. They will get better.
The Commanders, like I say, without Daniels, they cannot live in a world where Mariota turns the ball over twice.
Yeah,
which is not like him, but it was bad. And he's also their lead rusher with 28 yards.
Yeah.
Like, he needs a running game these days. He's not going to do it all. This is not 2015 Mariota. This is 2025 Mariota.
Yeah.
Even I, the great defender, I can say he's just a competent backup. If he plays 3 or 4 games for you, your season is in trouble now.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I think we've seen the best that he can offer this year. If there's no support in the running game, you're only going to get this version.
Yeah.
28 yards.
And it's like
that was on 8 attempts as well.
McLaurin, he caught the touchdown, but he's also injured. Debo was anonymous.
Yeah, 3 for 11. Like, the whole team was just squeezed by the Chiefs, and they can't put up enough of an offense. I don't think the defense is actually dreadful. It's not good.
No,
But I just felt like the Chiefs could have shown us much more. Like, they really could have gone up 2 more gears if they wanted to.
It was one of the games where they could just coast and just occasionally, like, just remind you. By the way, Rasheed Rice is back and we're a team again.
I had the Commanders pegged for the playoffs this season. I do not think that is happening.
No, I don't either.
I can't see it.
I just had them,
and I'm concerned that they'll bring Daniels back too soon, and he won't be ready. Like, you might just have to eat this season, Commanders, and play Mariota for a couple more weeks. You can still play Daniels, but don't rush him back. Like, your season probably isn't worth saving, so don't.
It's and McLaurin is injured.
Yeah.
He's already out the next game.
Yeah. Like, stop rushing these star players back when you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Just rest them up.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Go on.
Any more? Should we mention the Packers and the Steelers?
Yeah, let's mention that. So that was Sunday Night Football. Packers 35, Steelers 25. Look, I think you went big on the Packers this season.
I did.
I certainly thought they were going a long way this season. This is the first game for a while where I think, like they might be really good.
Second half, I thought they were brilliant.
21 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Like, it seemed to come out of nowhere. They'd been so dull before that. They suddenly came through. Jordan Love, 360 yards and nearly 80% completion.
20 completions in a row.
Is that a record?
I don't think
Probably
so.
for them.
Probably for them, but it was so impressive. But as well, all it tells me is I can't trust the Steelers. For a team that's been based on that defense, it is the most expensive defense in the league by a mile.
And it just doesn't work.
And it's so old now.
It just doesn't work. It's got no teeth anymore. No
Hayward
teeth.
Is still playing at a potentially Pro Bowl level. He's the only one.
Who the hell is Roman Wilson?
Don't know.
Because he had 4 receptions for 74 yards and a touchdown and was leading the way for the Steelers. And I've never heard of the guy.
Yeah, no. I've seen him being picked up in fantasy leagues this week, and you're like,
And whatever happened to Pat Frymouth? Come on now, 3 receptions for 13 yards. What are you doing? Come on, he's a great player.
Yeah, but
Rodgers is playing just fine, but the team is just, it cannot overcome its defensive frailties because the offense is not as explosive as it was in the past to make up for any issues. It's built on defense. The defense isn't performing.
No rush game.
No, but Warren's been fine this season, but the Packers were just too good. And I didn't think the disparity would be 10 points.
And each week as well, Parsons is looking more like a...
And don't forget, the Packers have only lost 1 game. Like, they had the tie against the Cowboys, so everyone's like, but that was a freak game.
Yeah.
They've only lost 1 game.
They are...
Are they the only team in the NFC to have only lost 1 game? I know in the AFC it's the Colts, but I think in the NFC, I think it's just them.
It is just them.
Well, that's like, they should be getting more credit just for that at this point in the season.
No, it's... They are good. They haven't gone electric like I thought they might do, but it's still early in the season.
Building, and I think they're just going to get better.
Should we mention, while we're here, their North...
Which one?
Offense. The Bears.
Let's talk about the Bears.
Because I want to believe in Caleb Williams.
Why?
I think there's a really exciting player in there. But however frustrating he is not as frustrating as that Bears defense, which was appalling and couldn't get near Snoop Huntley.
Yeah, so here's the thing. You're right. Like, the Bears' defense was bad, and it should be much, much better. Again, talented players, but they're getting injured. Like, it's crisis level.
They are.
Did they sign? Was it them that signed Gardner Johnson?
Gardner Johnson's just been signed.
They're getting shredded by injuries. So I'm kind of okay with saying, all right, like, it's not the end of the world. You concede 30 points to a own team. Then you realise that Lamar wasn't playing.
Yeah.
Because we thought he was going to be playing. Tyler Huntley had 186 yards passing, but he, again, completed nearly 80% of his passes. 1 touchdown. It opened up Derrick Henry for 71 yards and 2 scores.
Yeah.
Like, Huntley's basically done what we've seen him do before, which is be Lamar-like. It's just enough. Only just, but that's all you need to be. Now, here's the thing with... and also, he had 53 rush yards. Here's the thing with Caleb Williams. Don't shoot me too fast, and Jim might well not like this, but I think he's just another Justin Fields. I don't think he's that good. I really don't see it. Like, he has a bit of a better accuracy ranking than Justin Fields, but otherwise, decision-making and his tendency to take off.
I don't think the accuracy is that good either.
He's certainly...
he misses some really bad throws. And 2 grounding penalties in this game. First one was egregious, and the second one was just dumb.
Yeah.
And I do worry, not about him, but I don't worry about him now. But if he's still the same as this week 3 next season, then I am like, okay, yeah, no, this guy's not a bust, but this guy isn't isn't the franchise quarterback that we expected him to be.
He's quite risk averse. He's only thrown 10 interceptions in his career so far, but he's completing at 62, which is okay. It's all right. Like, he's put up decent numbers, but he just doesn't look like a winner.
No,
he really doesn't strike me as a winner. What did they win? 5 games last year. I'm struggling to see what the long-term attraction is of Caleb Williams. Now, I think last year he had 6 interceptions all season and 20 touchdowns.
Yeah.
But he's risk-averse. He doesn't want to pull the trigger.
He's only got a connection with Adunze as well.
Yeah.
Like, there was some... I like DJ Moore. I think he's been a good player, and he's just absolutely invisible now. Lou Burden, you've drafted him.
Nothing.
Loveland.
And so with his tendency to take off and run, though, how many rushing touchdowns does Caleb Williams have across his career so far?
Couple?
Yeah, 2. They were both this season.
Really?
He's just not that good at that either. Like, he wants to do it, and I think he's capable of doing it, but I just think he's not a massive step up from Justin Fields.
And that's the thing. He came in with Mahomes comparisons, and it currently is a bit more Fields.
There's still loads of time.
Oh, there's still time.
Jim always tells me off for going too hard too early on the inexperienced quarterbacks, and that's great.
And he's got a new playbook that
is
is one of the more complicated in the league.
But would their record be any worse right now if they'd spent the last 2 seasons with Justin Fields?
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. So that just... bearing in mind the theme of this week was let's go on what I can see.
Yeah.
That's what I see.
For the Ravens, it was a good week because the Steelers lost, the Bengals lost, and Lamar Jackson's back on Friday night. So Friday morning. So that makes them a viable team.
It finally went...
The defense as well is
way.
looking like the players are coming back. So good for them.
Couldn't have gone better for them. No, absolutely. John, let's talk about a team that it could only have gone better for. It's your team.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I know, you couldn't avoid it forever. Losing 38-20 to the Eagles, well, fine. Like, okay, there were some problems with the officiating. There was a tush-push here that was definitely stolen away.
And once again, the inaudible whistle went because I I have said previously, I've got no issue with the tush push,
This is the time.
and now I still don't have an issue in the concept of the tush push, but just referee it properly.
Officiate it properly.
Like it was such a bad call.
Yeah.
Like the did you see Thibodeau being interviewed in the thing and Brian Burns going, "Don't get fined." He went, "I've got no problems with the referee calls." Then I thought it was a great call. Like the Giants are not a good team.
Jalen Hurts threw for 4 touchdowns on you.
Yeah, we're not a good team.
You're not a good team.
We're not a good team.
But you know what you were?
The refs don't need to help the Eagles that much.
No, that's the thing. Don't waste your ref calls on this.
Yeah.
But you know what you were? You were a fun team.
We were fun.
And
now the fun left on a cart.
Yeah, so Jackson Dart's still standing, but no Malik Neighbours.
No.
And now no Cam Skattebo.
No, Malik Neighbours seems to have every injury in the book as well.
Yeah.
Like
he had to wait multiple weeks for surgery because it was so knackered.
So knackered. ACL, ankle, a torn labrum. I think he's got like it's like
do that itching his foot.
His whole body is is
well, Skattebo not much better off though. No. It's a dislocation, a fracture, and a damaged ligament.
Yeah, it was a horrible.
It was bad.
You could see from darts that, like, obviously on Red Zone it doesn't show thing. I was double screening the Channel 5, so I was watching the game
with the porn.
No, wish. They don't do that on Channel 5 anymore. It's really bad. But on Channel 5, they were showing the Giants, Eagles, and you're like, you saw on Red Zone, they showed Dart's face, and you're like, oh, we'll try and get a glimpse of what happened, and then you're like, no, you don't need to show it. You don't need to show it.
It was ugly.
It was ugly.
It was unfortunate.
It was unfortunate. There's been a lot of hate for Zach Bourne, and it's like, it wasn't a hip drop tackle. It was just unfortunate.
It just got twisted in the wrong way. It's just one of those things. How did you feel watching Saquon Barkley on the first drive of the game run an 86-yard touchdown? Does it still hurt?
It hurts.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's what I like to know.
Yeah. Admittedly, I have him on a fantasy team, so that detracted slightly from it. But I went over 200 points in that league. Thanks, Saquon. You bastard.
The season for the Giants is lost.
It's lost.
Right?
Well, we just need to
keep playing Dart.
Yeah.
Keep playing Wan'Dale Robinson, who I think is really good.
I like Wan'Dale Robinson.
And be a fun team as much as you can. Get rid of Daboll. Just do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Do it.
I'll
do it. He's got to go.
I agree with you.
Defender.
I agree with you. I have a horrible feeling he might not go.
It's a dreadful decision.
This is like me in my waters. I just don't know. And almost that Skattebo injury, I saw it, I was like, oh, they're going to keep Daboll now, aren't they? Because
it's a bad choice.
They're his guys.
Right.
But yeah.
Marching through the final few remaining games, because let's just tick them off now. Niners 15, Texans 26. Good win for the Texans.
Yep, good defense.
Injuries were always going to catch up with the Niners in the end, and this was just the game where they couldn't overcome it.
Yep.
But I don't think this tells us anything about either of these teams, if I'm honest. The Texans, for me, are one of the most disappointing teams of the season, and the Niners, for me, are exactly where I thought they'd be with these injuries.
It was the best Stroud's been all season, and I quite like Jalen Noel as a receiver. I think he's fun. So hopefully he could be like the Tank Dell replacement. And
Mac Jones will be somebody's starting quarterback next year.
He will, but when it was 4 weeks ago and people going, oh, is there a quarterback controversy?
No.
You watch Mac Jones and you're like, yeah, there's no controversy.
Purdy's a better quarterback, but Mac Jones is more durable.
Yep.
Right. An absolute blowout. Bills 40. Panthers coming in on a hot 3-game streak. 9. Look, Andy Dalton, do the same as Kirk Cousins. Hang it up.
Yeah.
It's over. I've got nothing else. Again, it's a bit like the Chiefs. The Bills didn't really need to be out of third gear. I do worry that they don't have the best group of receivers. If they were playing anybody else, I don't think this is that much of a blowout. But Andy Dalton, you're just not getting it. Rico Dowdle's being forced to share the backfield with Chubba Hubbard. Like, what's that all about? He's clearly a better player. Yeah. He averages like twice as many yards per carry.
Yep. Just
James Cook, though.
Stick with the hot hand.
Talk about James Cook. He's the number 4 running back in the league right now. 216 yards, 2 touchdowns, 11.5 yards per attempt. Like, he is masking the fact that their receiver room is led by Khalil Shakir, who is a number 2 at best.
Yeah.
Like, Cooks is masking it.
Yeah.
And it worries me that any deep run the Bills might have is going to come undone at the hands of someone like the Chiefs.
As soon as they hit a good team, they'll lose because it can't all be done by Cook and Allen. Even if Allen did get the record for most games with a thrown and a run touchdown, 46.
Took it from Cam Newton.
Big Cam.
I think people are going to start asking questions of Dave Canales if he cannot be more competitive. No one's asking you to win this game, but putting up 9 points on the Bills is not enough.
The Dalton factor has to be taken into consideration for this one. But
sucky.
If Young comes back, and I think they'd be better.
So talking about teams with quarterback problems, last Thursday night it was Vikings 10, Chargers 37.
Yes.
The Vikings started Carson Wentz for the 4th game in a row. They've only won one of those games. Two of those games I think they've won, right? But Wentz was dreadful in this game. And then after the game, he was placed on IR with a destroyed shoulder. And he's been wearing a brace this whole time.
Yeah, he was in tears.
He was in tears. He was getting thrown around and he was absolutely struggling. But he kept going because Max Brosmer is the 3rd stringer there. And who the hell is he? Look, Wentz has probably done his career prospects no great shakes by playing this, but he was asked to stay out there and he's done it. So I'll credit that because I think you have to. For a man with the injury record he has, he's also bizarrely quite hardy. Yeah.
And I think that has cost him a lot in his career. And it was not fun to see him on the sideline in tears.
No.
But
it's another game where Herbert has basically played a little bit within himself, completed 72% of his passes for 9 yards at a time, and just puts up the touchdowns. He had an unfortunate interception, but 3 touchdowns, and they just blow the Vikings away. The Vikings are another team, a bit like the Commanders for me, where you can let this rest now. You've muffed it. The biggest conversation should be around what have you done at quarterback.
Yeah.
You let Darnold and Jones leave.
Yes.
You put all your eggs in the JJ McCarthy basket, who has only played 2 of 24 games that have been played, or 25 games that have been played in his career. Why are you just assuming he's going to be any good and fit for the rest of the season? Because that's what you're doing now.
He's been good for one quarter as well.
There's talk about Kirk coming back to the Vikings.
Please not.
To be back up to JJ McCarthy because they're not sure. This could be behind the Texans at the moment, but it could be in the long run the most disappointing team of the season.
Potentially, because they do have so much there.
I just expected more from them. I thought they knew. I trusted them to know.
I trust O'Connell. He's still a young head coach, but
I think he's muffed the quarterback.
But I think they have.
If they'd have stayed with Darnold, they've probably got 5 or 6 wins on the board.
Yep.
And I think we're talking about them as a comfortable playoff contender. We're now looking at them halfway through the season and saying probably not getting in. You see them getting in ahead of the Packers and the Lions?
Well, no.
Are they at the moment any better than the Bears?
No.
Right.
I think defensively they can be, but they're on the field so much because they can't get first downs.
No.
And if you can't, the best defense in the world is not going to be able to live with the amount of time they're constantly chasing. And it was a team in first, second gear, and they dicked them. Keenan Allen, 11,000 yards.
Oh, really?
First, only Antonio Gates is a Charger with that many yards.
And he played for 74 years.
Exactly. He's... it's... The Chargers are dealing with injuries like everyone else, and they are still balling, quite frankly, at the moment. One day, Gadsden 2 caught the backup tight end. Was bonded well with Herbert and getting touchdowns. So yeah, but yeah, the it's hard because I quite like the Vikings. Yeah. We didn't hear a yelp, but Crystal Palace scored late. Yeah.
I think the Vikings are done. That's where I was going with that. I
think you're right.
I know next week you're going to do power rankings and we can start writing teams out of the playoffs.
Should we talk about the games coming up? I think that we've mentioned all the games now.
Yeah, go on.
So the Vikings have the Lions.
They're going to get crucified.
Yeah.
They're going to get crucified. They've just given Aiden Hutchinson the biggest contract outside of a quarterback in the NFL.
141 guaranteed, 180.
He will get 4 sacks next week.
Oh, yeah.
And the Vikings will be lucky to put up 10 points.
Yeah. So, but we'll start off because we should probably go, it's our primetime predictor. And so this week, we'll start off with predictions for this week. But then we'll go into who had a good week because it's annoying. Ravens at Dolphins. Thursday night, we could see the return of Lamar.
Ravens at Dolphins.
At Dolphins. The guys who aren't here have sent me there. So Gary's gone Ravens by 3. Jim's gone Ravens by 10. Paul's gone Dolphins by 3.
What are you going for?
I'm going to go Ravens by 5.
I'll take Ravens by 1. I think it could be closer than we would like to think.
Yeah, so I'll put ours in.
Okay.
I'll do one else later.
What else have we got on the slate?
We have Seahawks at Commanders. I'm going to go Seahawks by 15.
Oh, I was going to go 14. So I'll take Seahawks by 14. I think that's a bad matchup for the Commanders.
Yeah. The Seahawks off a bye, I think, and they look really good.
They're just a better team.
Yeah. And finally, Cardinals at the Cowboys.
Ooh, I will take Cowboys by 10.
Ooh.
Because is Kyler playing or is it Brissett again?
Do you know what? I'll check for you.
Well, it doesn't matter. Like, they're both not likely to win, but it might be a slightly bigger gap because Brissett doesn't run as much as Kyler. But I'll take Cowboys by 10.
It looks like it's probably going to be Kyler. He's day-to-day, but...
I'll stick. Cowboys by 10.
Yeah.
Cardinals are rubbish.
I'll go Cowboys by 12. Because the defense is quite feisty, but I just don't trust the offense.
No.
So
they're a bad team.
For everyone else, Gary's gone Seahawks by 7. Jim's gone Seahawks by 3, and Paul has gone Seahawks by 7. Cowboys by 3, Cowboys by 7, Cowboys by 7. So we've all gone basically, apart from Paul going with the Dolphins, we've all gone back to the same. Last week, initially I marked this on the AI bot that Jim sent us, and
it's wrong.
It turns out it's really wrong as well. So, double check your work, Jim, please. But
it's too busy trying to shit his pants.
But the only person that was costing was Jim, because Gary and yourself, Griff, you went for the Chargers. Everyone else went Vikings.
Who picked the Vikings in that game? Come on now.
Well, me, Jim, and Paul. That's who. So we didn't get any points for that one. Packers, Steelers. Everybody went the Packers apart from Paul. Jim went Packers by 10.
And they won by
10.
Yeah.
So when I checked the actual results, not the AI bot, so Jim gets 3 points. Then Commanders, Chiefs. We all went Chiefs, but someone went Chiefs by 21, which was Jim again.
So he's taking a massive lead.
So yeah, currently, Gary has 11 points. I have 13 points. The Home by 7 bot, that has 14. It's same as yourself.
Okay.
Paul has 15, and taking the lead commandingly now with 19 points is Jimothy.
Nice.
But there is a 19-point penalty if you've shat your pants this week. So sadly, he goes down to 0. So shame, mate. But let's have a look at the rest of the games. So we've already mentioned Lions, Vikings there, but any other games take your fancy? We've also already mentioned Rams, Saints, which does not take my fancy.
I mean, I don't mind watching the Saints get the arse kicked out.
But there's one game that looks incredibly feisty at 9:30 on Sunday.
Well, yeah. I mean, so that's game of the week. Chiefs at Bills.
Yeah. How is that in the slate? And we've got Cowboys Cardinals on prime time.
I don't know, but Chiefs Bills, I think, is potentially season defining for whichever team loses.
Yeah.
Especially if it's the Chiefs. 5-4. That's a long way back. Like, the chances of you getting a bye.
That if it might not go through our head this year, which might be the only.
But either way, because if the Bills lose, then they're behind us by another game.
Yeah.
Like, and we've got the tiebreak on them. The Patriots have got the tiebreak on them. So these two teams, you would have penciled one of them in to have the home advantage all the way through the playoffs. Yeah. Whoever loses this probably doesn't get that now.
No.
So yeah, just that's interesting. I think, the rest of the slate is a real cacophony of predictable, but in air quotes, outcomes. So if I throw a game at you, I think we'll both end up picking the same team. So Panthers at Packers. We're both picking Packers, right? Chargers at Titans. Both going to pick Chargers, right?
Niners at Giants. It's Niners.
Where it gets interesting is some of the less thrilling matchups. Jags at Raiders.
Yeah.
Because the Jags have been terrible since they started the season hot. And I think this could be the game where the Raiders turn it around. Coming off a bye, I just think Raiders at home, they're probably going to win that. And we're going to think even less of Jacksonville because they'll have lost to the 2-5 Raiders.
If they lose this, then I'm always looking to call the Jaguars season over.
Yeah.
And this would be lovely for me. But yeah, I do think it might be tight because unless the Jags get turnovers, they aren't a exciting team. So yeah,
Bears at Bengals.
Yeah.
See, I think the Bears can't put up enough offense to overcome what the Bengals will do.
My problem with the Bears is that they have injuries in the secondary, and every team has injuries. They don't have injuries on the defensive front. The defensive front isn't very good.
No. I think
and if you can't get to Flacco, he will pick you apart.
I think that's what will happen. I think even though we're ready to bury the Bengals, they'll just keep their hand in for another game. I really do. But it's another one that's interesting because the teams aren't that good.
Texans-Broncos intrigues me because we've mentioned Bo Nix and how if you don't get pressure on him, he's brilliant. He's the next coming of Drew Brees. If you get pressure on him, he's the next coming of Will Levis. And he's coming up against the Texans, who have an incredible defense. They are not conceding points, this team. And Will Anderson is low-key a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. He is brilliant. And which Broncos we get is going to be really intriguing to me, because is it the team that's basically the first half of against the game against the Giants, or is it the team that's just absolutely wiped the floor with the Cowboys? They are so inconsistent.
I'm more inclined to believe in what the Broncos have been able to produce, mostly in the fourth quarter of games, than I am to believe in one good game from Stroud.
Yeah.
So I think the Broncos will win it, but I don't think it'll be handy.
Oh yeah, it could be a low-scoring game, this, because that defensive line at the Broncos is like Nick Benito having a great season as well. And yeah, the Steelers are playing the best team in the league right now, the Colts.
Steelers' home advantage is not what it was.
No.
And I don't think they're good enough to stop them.
No,
I just don't think they're good enough to stop them.
No. The Colts defense is really good and could make life really awkward for Aaron Rodgers.
So that leaves the only game that hasn't been mentioned is Falcons travelling to Patriots, which is probably just another Patriots win. It should be.
Yeah.
I don't see... This is what I mean. There's some really, predictable matchups. Now, again, Patriots have been prone to throwing it away against teams that aren't very good this season, but not recently.
No.
And I don't see it. And I never, ever, ever, ever pick the Patriots.
No.
But if we don't win this by 12 or more, I'll be surprised.
I think it could be, taking their pants down.
I tell a lie, though. The other game that's not been mentioned is Niners travelling to the Giants. And if you'd had Skattebo...
Well, if we had Skattebo, I'd be quite... it'd be fun.
I'd have said that's going to be a close game, but
Yeah.
No,
I'm... It might not be... It might be close because I imagine it'll be Mac Jones again.
Yeah, your defence will get to him.
And I like... Mac Jones is fine, but he isn't, electric. But, yeah, we if they can get past the pass rush... secondary.
If they muster competency, you don't have enough weapons left now.
Yeah.
Just Tyron Tracy, not that good.
He's fine.
Yeah,
fine.
but he's a number 2.
Oh, he's definitely...
He's your Tyler Algier.
Yeah.
You don't want him as your number 1, but you'll have him as a number 2.
Exactly. But yeah.
Speaking of number 2s, hope you're all right there, Jim.
Yeah. We haven't mentioned, though, Robert Woods when we're talking about number 2s and stuff, so it's fine. No Hall of Good this week because
the others can be asked to turn
no
up.
one can be asked to turn up. Also, on my way here, I suddenly remembered I can't remember what we'd actually picked to choose. So
you're asking the wrong person here. I just do what I'm told.
Defensive backs is our next one. So next week, if any of you fuckers turn up, it'll be defensive backs.
Seems fair.
Gary is the judge. Should we leave it there?
Sure.
Sweetest player of the week.
Oh yeah. So there were a few. There were some good defensive plays again this week.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who took the interception for the Patriots. There was some good plays this week. There was. Well, I won't pretend I can remember the name of the guy now. It's gone completely out of my head. But I think when you're looking just across offensively, some of the best plays, you've got to give Patrick Mahomes just carving people up. But basically, where I'm trying to avoid going with this is we've not mentioned the thing that we all agree we hate about this weekend. So I couldn't pick any of the players from that position. I think you find we've not really mentioned any. You snuck Antonio Gates in earlier, but I'm going to let that go because he's a legend.
Yeah.
So the play of the week might be us going without mentioning the thing that we didn't want to mention. I think we've done quite well there.
Yeah.
What about you? What did you want to nominate? Saquon's 89,000-yard touchdown run.
Do you know what? I won't do that. And do you know what? The interception where the guy patted it down, kicked it up to himself, and caught it. That I can't remember the guy's name, but I think that was the Bills, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I can't remember the bloke's name.
That was excellent, though.
But yeah, that was just fucking fun. So yeah.
Breece Hall's touchdown throw.
Yeah.
Surely.
Yeah, of course it is.
That's what I was trying to think about. I knew there was a running back there somewhere in there that I wanted to mention. Yeah, Breece Hall throwing a touchdown to win the game.
Yeah.
That was good. And you mentioned earlier the flea flicker that wasn't in the Bengals game.
Yeah, that was really
again, because
smart.
It would have just got Flacco killed, I think. So, yeah, I'd go with Breece Hall. If it's just you and me nominating, and it is.
If it should be Thibodeau intercepting the push, you fucking idiots, refs. I'm going to fucking kick you. And on that note,
moving on.
Let's go. Let's leave it and we'll see you next week. Bye.